My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. This is the daily challenge for the 21st of April 2018. It is for the character Silent. Time dilation, all enemies start with a slow debuff, which is a good thing for the Silent, because the Silent has the ability to play a lot of cards, if you need any reference for that. How about the last episode where I played Silent and played a lot of cards? There's also the modifier Shiny, which is the starting deck is replaced with one of every rare card, as well as Big Game Hunter. Elite enemies are now swarming the Spire and drop better rewards. That typically means they drop legendary cards. Alright, let's go in. So with this, usually I end up running like a bullet time centric build because there's so many high cost cards in here that being able to draw and play them all with bullet time is ridiculous. So we'll probably do something similar to that, I have to imagine. Okay, 2 elite, 3 elite, 4 elite, 5 elite. 5 elites. That is a really good line. Is there anything else that even stands up to it? No, 5 elites is maximum. We should be able to take elites down quite easily. Sure. Burst Adrenaline. Like, I can unload to instantly kill one of you. I just don't have like a lot of defensive options right now. Like I can Wraith, like I can After Image, Wraith Form, Doppelganger for 0. Take 0 damage. Do nothing, but take 0 damage. Make sure I alchemize. Always alchemize. Beautiful. Okay. Just looking for draw right now. Draw and upgrades. All right. Oh, this is probably not that great for us. I can play a lot of cards, but they're not really going to do anything for us. Next turn's going to be ridiculous, though, hopefully. And it is. Beautiful. Again? No, not really. Card from my deck, sure. So, which of these are least important to us right now? Probably Grand Finale, because we're going to find a lot... Actually, you know what? First, it's Corpse Explosion. Then Grand Finale. After Image and Storm of Steel. Well, After Image I'm glad to have upgraded. Storm of Steel is also a card. So, I think I've made my point pretty clear on that one. So, an upgraded Shiv would deal 6 damage. So, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 is 30. 6 by 5, that is. But also, I would get 6 block by having done it. I mean, it's the most block I have the capability of getting here, so sure. Of course, they did more damage every single time, courtesy of the slow. Ooh, alchemize, thank you. And kill. Finisher is interesting. We can play a lot of attacks in a turn theoretically with the Storm of Steel, but the problem is if we have Finisher and Storm of Steel in the same hand, then we have to discard the Finisher in order to use Storm of Steel. It's not actually helping. The Backflip is a card that's actually probably worth picking up. It's a little bit of defense, it's a little bit of draw, it's going to work with the bullet time as a result. We don't actually end up playing that many cards, so I don't think 1,000 cards is actually a correct option for us. I think what we're probably looking for here... I mean, we need to kill next turn, right? I think it's actually Phantasmal Killer Glass Knife. No After Image. I think we need to kill next turn, otherwise we're definitely taking damage in this fight. So I'm going to go for the optimistic option of how best to avoid taking any damage. Which this is not going to perform. It got pretty close. Oh well. Calipers at the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of it. We don't really have the ability to gain that much block. Put a second bullet time in the deck, sure. Now we do need to upgrade our bullet times as soon as possible so that we can play them after playing draw cards. Well, the whole point of this turn should just be getting down as many powers as possible. Unfortunately, we had both bullet times in the same hand there, which is really rough. If I could only Nightmare the Grand Finale as well as backflip this turn, it would be so good. Because then I would be able to play 3 Grand Finales next turn. Is there any way to do that? No. Possibly with the Alchemize. Okay, let's actually have a look at this. Actually going to drop the... Yeah. Give myself double damage this turn. Drop the Tactician. Burst the Adrenaline. I think it's Wraithform, Glass Knife, Unload. Yep. Okay. Well, Nightmare the Die. And then this turn, we just play 3 as the enemy dies. Well, I mean, literally one of them will do it. Paper Crane, enemies with weak deal 50% less damage rather than 25% less. That is pretty good. We don't really have that many things affected by Dex Potions. That's probably not that great. After Image versus Adrenaline. Ooh, that's actually rough. They're both really good. I'm gonna take the Adrenaline because I'm using the bullet time draw engine. Blood Vial at the start of each combat. Heal 2 HP. Sounds good to me. Well, this seems pretty standard to me. Nightmare the Adrenaline in this situation. Actually, also going to Doppelganger. I'm just going to set myself up for the next turn to be super degenerate. So 1,000 cuts will burst an Adrenaline. So the thing is, I want to do as much draw as is humanly possible before I play any of my bullet times here. Then that one. I mean, I can literally just kill with the Storm of Steel Rain, alright? Boom. Just wanted to make sure I didn't fall behind. Alright, the Courier. The merchant can no longer run out of cards, relics, or potions, and their price is reduced. Second burst is going to be ridiculous. Also, an energy potion. Gain 2 energy. Yeah, probably better for us than a regen potion right now. Let's remove another card from our deck. Get another one of these cards out here that doesn't really do that much for us, like a Grand Finale. I'm intent on murdering literally all of these people. Enemies. Definitely not people. Right. 2. Make sure we start using a regen potion here. Got a feeling it might come in handy. Okay. Doesn't seem that bad, and we've got an extra energy and an extra card this turn. Right. Bullet time. Burst a Nightmare on Unload? So next turn, we're going to have 6 unloads in our hand? I mean, I guess. Yeah, figured this might happen. It's pretty much going to be essential that we... Never mind. I was going to say it was going to be pretty much essential that we pick up a bullet time so that we could play all of them. Probably don't even need to play all of them there. It's fine. Storm of Steel. Throw one of these out. Heck yeah. Peace Pipe. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. Sure. Another burst. Sure. Going all in on that, I guess. Alright, let's start removing some more cards from our deck. Get the doppelganger out of there. And hold off on picking anything else up. Go for another elite. Don't mind if I do. Crumbs! I did it again. Use an energy potion here. Alchemize, sure. Okay, this is really good. Pretty much exactly how I wanted that to go. We got to set up a bunch of our really important things, and we're doing extra double damage this turn. Extra super duper double damage. Goodbye forever. Bottled Lightning. Upon pickup, choose a skill card. In the opening turn, that skill card will always be in your opening hand. So we're going to do that to the upgraded bullet time, because our opening hand always has 7 cards, so it's one of our largest hands. I think we also take another Glass Knife. I think Glass Knife is going to be a super huge amount of our damage because it's going to get so much of a benefit from the slow debuff. And I also think that we just continue to toke, remove a bunch of cards from our deck. I think now it's probably time to get Nightmare out of our deck because the only thing that we can consistently target with Nightmare is Adrenaline. And even though we have 2 Adrenalines in the deck, it's way better if we just have the instant impact of Burst Adrenaline. I think Nightmare is not often going to be possible to play. Mm-hmm. All right, all right. Well, this one has to be all damage all the time. You want your largest hits last. Okay, they're not both attacking this turn, so that's handy. I think if I just use Storm of Steel right now, I would be fine. In fact, I'm pretty certain. Yeah, simply due to the slow debuff, this was going to stack enough damage. Beautiful. Energy potion probably not worth. Tactician? Burst? Another burst? Gosh. See, the problem is, without Adrenaline or Phantasmal Killer in the same hand, Burst is actually bad, and we've got 3 of them. I think we skip all of those. Snecko Eye? No, because we already have an energy cheat, right, in our bullet time. We don't need Snecko Eye changing the cost of all of these things because we've already got bullet time changing the cost of all of these things. We also don't actually need any extra energy. So we'll take the Tiny House. Upgraded Burst, not a bad card to upgrade, actually. Drop a Dex Potion for a Block Potion is going to make perfecting bosses much more consistent for us. One, two, three, four. There's a 4 elite path I can see. So actually 2 4 elite paths I can see, but that's about it. Right. Burst adrenaline. Play an after image out of my hand. Play a last knife out of my hand, and then have the other adrenaline burst. Play a die. Play a backflip. Okay, now we can bullet time and just play out. This is basically the idea of how these turns should go for me, by the way. This. And there are so many different interlocking elements. I realize I am going to make ordering misplays quite consistently, in fact, here. That's just how it's going to be. The amount of difference it makes is so minimal right now as to really not be worth worrying about. Okay. This is going to be one of the few opportunities we have to upgrade a card, because I really want to just remove things at rest sites. After image burst adrenaline. Double up on that bullet time. Burst a phantasmal killer as well. Do I actually want to alchemize? Yeah. Not really what I wanted from the alchemize, but also not that bad. Oh, that's really not good. I guess I'm just playing Wraithform this turn then. And I take 1 damage. Ouch. Adrenaline. Backflip. Beautiful. Strength potion, much better. Thank you very much. Remove the holes? Probably not good enough. Even with strength potion. Right. Well, none of this is where I want it to be. 1000 cuts, after image, wraith form. Beautiful. And now we should be safe. Now I've got double damage for this turn as well. So I'll try and keep that in mind. Make sure that I play a bunch of cards before I play my attacks. Because now, yeah, a single attack is so benefited by the time dilation, that we were just going to insta-kill with pretty much anything now. This is going to be a real test for us, this specific fight. If we can play die super late in this turn, I'm going to be really appreciative. So I'm not doing after image yet because I don't know if I'm just going to continue drawing. I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to play it. All right, I am going to have the energy to play it, and it has to be right now. Crumbs. I have to play basically everything except for die. Okay, so they've got 60% more damage from attacks, so if I play 3 more cards, they're effectively going to take double damage to die, so I can unload glass knife on 1. And then this should almost kill. Oh well. It's fine to use a potion. We got close. Possibly there was an ordering there that would have had that done correctly. But that's an ordering for geniuses to debate, not mere minds like mine. Alright. Yeah, Storm Steel will do. Beautiful. Now, Vajra, start of each combat, gain 1 strength. Handy. I do play a lot of cards. Do I want a second After Image? I guess. Yeah. I play a lot of cards. It'll help me play a lot of them without bad things happening. Forgot that one was going to burst as well. All right. See, it really doesn't matter how much damage my enemy's doing, so that's the last thing that I'm concerning myself with. Because we do have Wraith Form here. Yeah, it could be a lot worse. Got to play 18 cards there. I've got to make sure that I eventually have a turn where I play 20 cards so I can get the combo. All right. Now, well-laid plans, sure. Gonna give us the ability to retain the bullet times when they're entirely necessary. Oh, this is a really garbage hand. Let's use that potion here so we can alchemize, alright. The thing is, I still want to focus entirely on the Gremlin Leader, but this guy's going to be buffing both of these this turn, and then he'll attack the next turn. Am I going to kill the next turn? Probably not. And I'm also probably not even going to fully defend myself that turn. Oh, crumbs. I think I actually have to Glass Knife one of these. That sucked. Just so this guy doesn't guarantee an attack this turn, but he still attacked this turn. That's unfortunate. It's 27 incoming damage. We can defend for 22 maximum. That's unfortunate. Actually, I think if we threw the hit against the backliner there, we could have just used our potions this turn for the kill. All right. That's really unfortunate. Could have gotten another 25 there for championing. Now, Molten Egg, whenever you add an attack card to your deck, it is immediately upgraded. Fine. Probably none of these. Maybe 1,000 cards? No. Yes. And then we need to upgrade both of our 1,000 cards. Snecko Skull, whenever you apply poison, apply 1 additional poison. Well, now we might not actually remove... Oh, there's a shop there. I should go to that. We might not actually remove Envenom from our deck. Envenom was probably going to be my next removal, so it's just been saved by the appearance of this Snecko Skull. It's probably time to get Unload out of the deck. Okay, I can play 3 more cards here. So we are actually safe this turn. Hell yes. Whew. Only just, though. After image, burst adrenaline, and burst adrenaline. Hell yes. Very much my jam right there. Storm of Steel should kill here. Just due to the amount of slow charges we have on the enemy. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not calculating it because especially when you have multiple modifiers, like I have strength, if I had weakness applied on top, enemy having slow, enemy having vulnerable. When you have multiple ones of those stacking atop one another at the same time, it can make it really difficult to tell how much damage you're actually going to be doing. I'll take another Envenom. Screw it. I really want an Apotheosis here. What I should do is just buy a bunch of cheap relics. Yeah. Had to be gear yard, right? Remove another card from my deck. Let's get the Tactician out of there. It's occasional energy, but it also blocks up our deck when we draw it first time before the tools in the trade. Three incoming damage. Everyone gets 3 poison when I hit. Not really as much as I wanted, but still it's fine. Just another adrenaline. Just gonna play as many things that are not die as I can before I play die. Okay. After image, Phantasmal Killer. Obviously should have played the 1,000 Cuts earlier, but it's really not gonna matter. Like 20. Have I played 20 cards yet? No, and I can't play 20 cards in this turn. Damn. Well, 36 damage. Yeah, it wasn't really gonna matter. You know what? Let's get wacky with it. Dead Branch, sure. Whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. That's just gonna keep our hand real huge. Like, unwieldy huge. Like, probably going to actually be a negative to us consistently huge. But that's okay. He says, not convincing himself. And Crippling Cloud! Oh, Crippling Cloud. There we go. That's more the tone of voice I should have. Okay, it might actually be impossible to not chain off into infinity now. I just wonder if we can get beyond. I still think there's a lot of chiseling to be done here. Just remove a bunch more cards from this. I actually think we get rid of Alchemize. Is that true? No, it can't be. Tools of the trade, probably? Because we don't have enough turns to take a much advantage of Tools of the Trade, right? Like, we draw it, and then usually we kill by the next turn, so how much is it actually helping us? Not much, is the answer. Alright, I'm going to throw a weakness potion here. Effectively, just to get another card in hand. I have to play Wraithform this turn. That's the problem there. Now, I'm going to hold on to Burst and 1,000 Cuts. So I've still got a bullet time left in my deck. And as long as the enemies don't take it here, which they don't, handily, we should be able to chain Yeah, Bullet Time is literally the bottom card in the deck right now. Thousand Cuts backflip, and then we can Bullet Time. Alright, alright. Not entirely certain what I'm going to do after the Bullet Time, but you know, we'll figure that out when we get to it. I don't discard that many cards in a turn, so I don't actually know what I want to Nightmare here. Like, I really don't know. Oh, you know what? We actually want to kill... Last Sniper's return to your hand. Die, die, die. We want to kill this one. And then as soon as we've killed you, we'll have a card come back to our hand that we want to cast. Yeah, beautiful. So now I'm going to burst on the Nightmare. The die, die, die. Twice. Get way too many cards in my deck. Ooh, not really that great there. I'm going to take Glass Knife Catalyst. I don't know. Maybe we end up just blowing them up with poison. Yeah, that's a lot of die-die-dies. Forgot we probably wouldn't be able to cast them all this turn. That's possibly my bad. It might be my bad. I'm not going to take full credit for it because maybe it's not. Maybe it's someone else's fault somehow, but I don't know. Seems like one of my whoopsies. Yeah, let's go with the poison combo. All right, looks like we're going to perfect this boss as well. Oh no, I accidentally killed him. I was going to use Catalyst. Second Wraith form. Hell yeah. Again, we don't really need extra energy. I think we still take the Cursed Key though. So I think the primary reason that we take the Cursed Key there is because when we exhaust cards and get new cards in our hand from the Dead Branch, those cards aren't affected by Bullet Time. So we're going to need extra energy to cast those ones. There's a 4 elite maximum path. We'll go for it. Obviously, we're never going to step down. Well, this is officially way too much. Just a lot going on here. Alright. I think actually Storm of Steel will now just kill. And if it doesn't, it's going to fill my hand with other cards that I can use. Hey look, Crippling Cloud finally turned up. I've got to put that in here, just for funsies. Alright. Probably a horrible order right there. In fact, I would have to say definitely a horrible order right there. But also, there are so many different interlocking mechanics. Like, come on. Not that easy. Alright, if we can perfect the final boss here, I'll be pretty happy about it. Get it beyond perfect at least. I don't really care about how many of these elites we champion, although obviously I would like to champion more rather than fewer. Oh, and there's the after image. Whoops, should have played that one earlier. Upgrading those 1,000 cuts would actually be super huge for this deck. And it's also a thing that I'm almost certainly not going to do. Which I agree is a bad idea to ignore. But I think we're probably going to ignore it. Awesome. That finish off as well. Now, regen potion not necessary. Second acrobatics, yes. Yes, totally. All right, we'll burst backflip. And now it's time to play far too many cards. Probably get rid of the regen potion. Didn't really want that in response, but okay. Anything else? Grand finale. Oh well. Easy kill next turn. I think that's basically what all of these shiny builds are going to end up being. Just like easy kills next turn. Your first is just chaining off with all of the ridiculous cards. And then after that, you murder. I think I'm going to take a Cloak and Dagger just as a way to deliver some of my Envenom damage. Let's get a glass knife out of here. Uh-oh. That's really not what I wanted to have. Yeah, that was pretty garbage opening hand. At the very least, we did get a lot of poison out there. I'm just going to hold on to the Alchemize because the rest of those are delayed impact damage, and we need instant impact damage in this hand. All right. Now, we should be able to do this just with Storm of Steel, I believe. But if not, thankfully, we have a bunch of energy to play whatever Storm of Steel generates. That's a lot of poison. Centennial Puzzle, the first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards, as well as a lot of cards probably shouldn't take. Yeah. I really want to remove cards, but I still don't know what to remove. Because this deck doesn't have a win condition, it just has too much value. It overwhelms the enemies. Well, I think one thing is probably clear. Upgrade the Wraith Forms. Get myself extra turns of intangibility. Okay. I think we're done here now. Yeah, now it's bullet time. And make sure that I play all of the things that have no impact first. Then the things that exhaust for nothing. Do I even care about Poison Stab? Eh, whatever. All right. Putting a single Catalyst in this deck wouldn't be a bad idea. We do actually end up getting way too much stuff. Okay. This is uncomfortable. We do have way too many bursts in this deck. And it's just becoming clearer. Well, at the very least, we've stacked a ridiculous amount of intangibility. So the enemy shouldn't really be able to do that much to us. We'll throw a poison potion in there so that we can alchemize, see if we get anything that isn't a poison potion. But instead, we got something that is a poison potion, which is not what I was gunning for. Alright, there's another Storm of Steel in there, so we can basically chain this off again with one fewer shivs than last time. And also with unupgraded shivs. But, yeah, as you can see, that's pretty much just going to result in the damage that I'm hoping for. There's Catalyst as well. We'll hold on to that despite the fact that the enemy is dead. Blue Candle, Curse Card's going to be played. And just a lot of other... I keep just getting offered cards. I don't need them. I could take a Relic here. In fact, I will. Ornamental Fan, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block, as well as whenever you play a power, heal 2 HP. Probably worth picking up that curse there. And then I can just remove the curse. Easy. Because my opening hand is pretty important, so adding a curse into it that doesn't need to be there is probably not a great idea for me. Alright. Oops. Envenom obviously should have been done in a different order there. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Pretty reasonable opening turn there. Now, with any luck, rest of this deck should be a breeze to kill the enemy with here. That was with any luck. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're having that luck that I was hoping for there. Yeah, I'm going to have to use a block potion here in order to not die. Or rather, in order to not take any damage. Alright, just stack on the poison while you can, Ryan. That should be enough. End the turn, hold both of these cards, and then kill next turn. This should easily get us a chain. And it did. Hell yeah. Oh, what a poison there. Choose none to retain because the enemy is deceased. Shuriken, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain a strength as well as a strength potion. And a lot of other stuff I really don't want. Do I have a singleton deck right now? I definitely don't. 2 bullet times, of course. Sure. Everything is just going to get super wacky, right? The final fight is actually just going to be a cluster. There's another word that completes the phrasing I was going to use, but I also don't want to swear. The final fight will be a Clown Fiesta. Alright, let's use the energy potion here. And beautiful. Should be able to perfect this one as well. Well-laid plans, burst, cloak and dagger. Hell yes. Get ourselves a lot of zero-cost attacks, each of them spawning more from the dead branch. Heck yeah! Alright, let's calculate a gamble, get an entirely new hand here. Cool. Now we can burst adrenaline, then burst the other adrenaline. Which will give us enough back to play this bullet time. Should I want to. Alright, then we can probably not use that until the very end if we can avoid it. So I've got to make sure to use all of my draw basically now. And there's some footwork. Basically, the whole idea here is try and play everything that does damage last so that they're getting the benefit of all of the extra slow stacks that we're putting on the enemy. Alright. Camel chip at the start of each combat. Discard as many cards as you'd like and then draw that many. Another adrenaline, sure. Now, there is actually a use that I've just realized for having 2 bullet times in the same deck, and that's because the Dead Branch is going to refuel my hand without drawing. So if I use a bullet time, then I can use all of my things that will cause the existence of new cards. It's going to be good. I mean, Panache would just be super effective here. I'd love if I could buy 2 relics though, but I know it's 200 and 120 for the relic costs. Actually, I could possibly buy 2 relics. I'm gonna go runic. I couldn't get one. If I could buy another relic, I probably could have gotten shiny. Right, 5, 5, 5, 5. No, I would have needed 2 more. All right, another card to remove. Probably Storm of Steel actually at this point. Just because we don't want to play that many cards against the elite on this floor, if at all possible. The elite, the enemy, the boss. We want single impactful cards. Oh, of course, because we can shuffle for anything in the first turn. Sure. First adrenaline. We are going to play way too many cards, way too often. Thank heck for that well-laid plans. Gonna help me hold on to my cards. Also, the Runic Dodecahedron, if your HP is full, gain energy at the start of each turn. That's actually gonna be really handy for us. We'll drop that after image because I'm not going to need it at the very least until after Wraith form. Thousand cuts, then Wraith form, then I'd love to burst Phantasmal Killer. But... Oh my god, we actually got Catalyst. That's not how that was supposed to happen. I'm holding Catalyst and Acrobatics here. We are going to use a ridiculous amount of poison to destroy the enemy. And frankly, it's going to be insane. First, Bouncing Flask. And then the Catalyst. That seems pretty effective. And then I can actually just wait 2 turns and the enemy will die. Yeah, because you're going to try and purge this turn, but you're going to die instead. Hell yeah! Alright, Dead Branch had my back! I love it! Proceed, see what we get. 1,379. Not bad, not bad. We did end up getting Speedster. Complete 3 minutes faster, we could have gotten 25 extra score by being a victor in under 45 minutes. We got Champion, Beyond Perfect, Overkill, Combo. I'm just glad to have Beyond Perfect. It's pretty much the main thing I was aiming for there. All right. Show me the leaderboards. Show me how low I am. How low can we go Limbo leaderboards. Let's go. Yeah, we might be in the top 100 here. We are 88th. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. This is also, again, like 10 hours after the release of this, so usually most of the good scores are in by this point. Feeling pretty good with that. Of course, there's NL's misplaced 13 and NL's leftover energy at 20. Oh, man. I'm actually really quite proud. That one guy. I swear I know that name as well, but a lot of people on the internet have that guy as their name. But 88th, and what was it, 39th last time? I'm feeling pretty good about our daily scores recently. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.